I've always said, and I've been saying it for days, this is a homicide. This dirtbag is out there. I don't know how he got out of the house with the FBI and local cops watching him day and night. And, you know, this semantic BS about person of interest. In the old days, we used to call it the suspect. Now, there's only one suspect. There were no other persons of interest, no other suspects. How did he get out? How did the FBI and the local cops let the main suspect get away? All I had to do is put a deputy sheriff in the front street, a deputy sheriff in the back street. They wouldn't have had to search a swamp. And what the family is doing to Gabby's family, what Brian's family, the dirty Laundries, and believe me, they are dirty, when they haven't cooperated. This girl used to live in their house. She was engaged to their son. Their son meandered back from a 4-month trip and parked a Winnebago, her Winnebago, not his, her van, not Winnebago, her van in the driveway for 10 days. So he had 10 days to scrub that. I don't know what the hell the FBI waited so long to get in there, but he had 10 days to clean the house out. He had 10 days to scrub the van. And then finally, the parents went, how could Brian not tell us that he didn't bring her home? How did his parents, how did the dirty Laundries not have the guts to tell us? So they filed a missing persons report, and then they clam up. He lawyers up, they clam up. And think of the gall of this. Last Friday, their famous Johnny Cochran-style lawyer, Bertolino, calls the police and says, oh, the Laundries want to help you out now. On Tuesday, Brian went to a swamp that was nearby, and we were so worried about him that we went and found the car and put a note in it and said, dear Brian, don't hurt yourself. And then we brought the car back ourselves on Thursday, and then we called you on Friday. We didn't help you at all in the beginning, but now Brian's gone. Well, you know what they did? They bought their son 4 extra days. They bought him 4 days to get a head start.
This was wild, Ashley. You know, we had a feeling late last night that this was going to happen because suddenly police came in, shut down the roads, put police tape around everything, and we knew something was about to happen. We thought it might happen overnight. It didn't happen. It happened after 9 o'clock this morning. Suddenly, a van and FBI cars roll up. 24 FBI agents get out of the van and the cars. They went into the house. They were allowed in. The parents opened the door and let them in, and they took out a lot of stuff. We don't know what it was, but there was a lot of it. Boxes and boxes and boxes of evidence. It was pouring rain as all of this went on. We were right in position right here. Let me show you. We had this view. They basically backed the van right up here to the garage so that all the stuff wouldn't get wet, and then they unloaded all of these boxes of evidence. 5 or 6 hours after they got here, they were gone. When they went inside the home, we know they searched the camper right here. They searched inside the house. They were in the back in a shed, really not leaving any stone unturned, but still right now, no sign of Gabby's fiance, Brian Laundrie. The FBI taking box after box after box of evidence out of Brian Laundrie's Florida house. The family Mustang towed away by the federal agents. One day after a body was discovered in Wyoming, believed to be Gabby Petito's. Her fiance, Brian, has vanished.
It's really wet, really wooded.
Police in Northport, Florida spent the weekend searching a 24,000-acre wildlife reserve for Laundrie. Detectives say his parents told them he went there for a hike on Tuesday before disappearing. Police say they're still working to corroborate whether that story is even true.
I don't know. We've just been fighting all morning.
And new today, we're hearing the 911 call a witness made before police showed up last month in Moab, Utah, to a disturbance between Brian and Gabby.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Okay, you said it's a white van?
White van. I give you the license plate if you give me 1 sec.
And we ended up driving back through, saw it again.
Weeks later, a family of bloggers captured Gabby's van on their dashboard camera. That very well may be the tip that led the FBI to Gabby.
But her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time.
And we got some search warrant paperwork today we went through. Saw something really interesting. The last text from Gabby's cell phone to her mom was back on August 27th. Her mom thought it was very, very suspicious because Gabby referred to her grandpa as Stan, which is his first name. And Gabby's mom says she would never call her grandpa Stan. She would have referred to him as Grandpa, which leads her to believe that may have not been Gabby texting from her phone.
I'm saddling up to catch this dirtbag.